Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for stopping by my video on this gorgeous, bright and sunny Thursday morning. My name is Laura, and I would love to share with you today the colors that I got from Carrie's brand, Addison and Sedgwick. These are handmade watercolors, and I picked up her recent release, which is called The Composers, and I am so excited to share that with you. I'm also going to share with you, more washi tape. Oh, okay. Easily distracted. More washi tape. And I say more because I failed. I'm horrible with sharing what I do buy just because, yeah, you guys already know. I just don't do that many hauls or whatnot. So I just kind of buy things and just use them and don't tell anyone. All right, my friends, I apologize about that. I had to stop the video because I recently purchased a small cat tower to put in the corner while I'm painting. The kitties can do their thing, and this morning they are super hyper, very loud. So if you do hear them, I hope you don't mind. I want to continue in real time. I don't want to do a voiceover. Oh, and I haven't even had my coffee yet. All right, let's go ahead and open up the bag of goodies because Carrie is always very generous. So thank you for the washi tape, Carrie. Oh, okay, I guess. Was this already open? Oh no, I guess it just slid right out. Okay, so there we go. Oh, how fun. Hey everyone, I'm going to speed right through this with a quick voiceover and a time-lapse video because the kittens were crazy. I'm going to move that cat tower to the living room and then I'll continue the video in real time, but I'm just unpackaging everything. I'll go over all the information, all the pigment info, all the names, and everything else that needs to be said will be said in real time. I just thought it would be helpful to breeze through this really quickly so we can get to the good stuff. All right, everyone, so I'm all set. I have my medium block and my usual go-to swatching grid here. I use the Dollar Tree brand painter's tape. Usually works really well for me, and I have 20 spaces here for these beautiful colors. I'm going to do a little bit of mixing too. So the first composer is Chopin, and I'll make sure to have the pigment information across the screen as I swatch this so you guys can see. And this is a beautiful blue color. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It does have some granulation to it. It's a much more cooler green, blue green, excuse me, I think. And from what Carrie states on her Etsy store, it has some slight green and violet separation. Chopin. He was a Polish composer. Yep, I can see the green right around here. Very pretty. All right, the next composer is Wagner, German composer. And I do have the notes from Carrie's store here on my other phone, which is very much broken. So just in case you guys hear me read information, I think that's the best way. That way I don't go off track. I do that a lot. I'm trying to do better. But yes, Wagner, a German composer, and Wagner is a very dark green color. Oh my gosh, with these deep violet undertones. Look at that. You can clearly see that as I push my brush into the paper. It's so important to me to swatch on the paper that you love and use the most. That way you'll see its true nature, the way the colors will behave. Oh my gosh, look at that. I think all of these colors granulate too. I'll let you know otherwise. That is Wagner. Wow. That's amazing. All right. Next we have Bach, another respective German composer. And this beauty of a color, oh my Lord. This is another gorgeous green. But take a look at this, you guys. Look at that. That is beautiful. I'm using a number 8 Hobby Lobby's Brandmaster's Touch Synthetic Squirrel. They recently gave these brushes a makeover. They have matte handles and a much more softer brush tip. That's my heater, by the way. And it makes for a much more nicer painting experience for me. Very budget friendly too. Oh my gosh, this green, what is it? A beautiful dark green that has slight orange separation, cool tones, and granulation. All of her colors are available in half pans only, too, and they're only $5. Fantastic. Wow, Carrie, these colors are so unique and so different. Debussy. Oh boy, I tried my best to pronounce that. He was a French composer. And Debussy, let's see here. This is a beautiful violet color that has a slight pink separation. Sure does. Wow. That's beautiful. I do have the wrappers here, and you can clearly see that PR 177. I can see it. And that warmer blue PB 29. Wow. Purchase these colors for the experience, because my gosh, they're amazing. Unbelievable. Okay, the next composer here is Vivaldi, and he was an Italian composer. And Vivaldi, oh my goodness, this color is just, prepare yourself. It is a shocker, a beautiful shocker. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? I went back to get it as a separate half pan because I'm not fooling around. I am not fooling around. Look at that. Let's see, this is a beautiful orange that has a slight separation, warm tones, granulation as well. Beautiful. Wow, Carrie, well done. What a very unique palette here. Absolutely stunning. I feel so confident in ordering Carrie's colors, but I didn't always feel that way. I was a little nervous when I first was looking at her storefront. Everything is just so beautiful, so beautifully swatched out, and I was super curious about the colors that I ordered first, because obviously before getting to this order, I ordered 2 others. Oh, let me quickly swatch out that daffodil yellow. That's a single pigment color, and yep, PY 74. I know I mentioned I was gonna do the whole screen thing for the pigments, but this is PY 74 Hansa yellow. Yep, daffodil is a great primary yellow, matte, and it makes an excellent mixer. Good transparency and layer building. Great for portraits, landscapes, florals, and much more. And I do agree. This is the first yellow that I purchased from Carrie. And it is wonderful. Very soft. All right, guys, I'm gonna go get some fresh water so I can begin to share with you the other colors that I have. All right, guys, so I went ahead and layered another, went on to damp, a layer of the daffodil just to kind of brighten things up a bit. But look at that Vivaldi. All the other colors are as is, and they're stunning. Absolutely stunning. All right, so speaking of stunning, Sangria. This was the color that called my attention to Carrie's shop to begin with. I was just searching for handmade watercolor paint makers on Etsy just to see who's who and what they have, and this color right here, my lord. Now, I cannot partake in a genuine sangria because I have been clean and sober for many years, so I will say fortunately that this is the only sangria I'll be able to happily have in my life. I hope that didn't sound too corny, but it is the truth. And sangria, it is a warm, luminous violet with red and brown undertones. And it definitely does have nice movement because a lot of Carrie's colors, well, I gotta be careful here. A lot of Carrie's colors love the water. They love to flow wet onto wet. And I most likely won't be able to show any of that today with these swatches, but well, I'm not the only artist that has fallen in love with her colors, and that is Sangria. The next color is Addison Gray, and I call this color Carrie's signature gray because this is another, I call them runners because once you put them on water, they just sploosh everywhere. It is just absolutely stunning, and this is just, I think, her version of a beautiful neutral tint. That's actually what she says here. Addison Gray is a great moody neutral tint to make wonderful tonal changes to any color, particularly single pigment colors. It's fantastic. You know, when you do purchase handmade watercolors, you are taking that chance, especially if you have only used and painted with other respective brands for so long. And I'm so glad that I took the chance because these colors are amazing. All right, this next color, Blackberry, was a gift from Carrie. She must have seen how many times I put it in my cart, removed it, in my cart, removed it. So for the second order, it was included and I did not pay for it. So thank you so much, Carrie, for that. That was very kind of you. And Blackberry, well, this is a beautiful separating and granulating violet with beautiful movement. Beautiful movement. Movement. There we go. It's moving. It's beautiful. Ooh, got a big old pigment chunk there. I would say is a bit similar. It is, excuse me, a bit similar to Sangria. And that it is very, loves to move, loves water. Sorry guys, I sometimes start off with the best of intentions of sounding so knowledgeable and so smart. And the other half of my brain says, don't even try it. So just bear with me here. I like to keep swatching in real time. I like to do it in natural light too, you know, show you guys the natural light and a little bit up close, and sometimes that means I will babble and ramble along the way. And if you notice a change in lighting, it's not that I'm making my cell phone, you know, the video any lighter. It's just I'm making sure that my focus remains in the area that I'm swatching. All right, this next color begins my obsession with Carrie's greens, and this beautiful green is called Le Metro, and this is called it's a beautiful and slightly separating blue green with lots of strength and opacity. Oh, made primarily from reproduction non-toxic Paris green pigment. Okay. It does make for fun mixes because it is beautiful. This color is another one that loves water. You might see some yellow separation that uses a PY53 in it. You might see some of that pigment appear as you paint with it and swatch it out. Doesn't bother me. It's definitely staining too. Such a beautiful, beautiful green. Wow, I can see some of that PG7 and PB15 beginning to come out. All right, like a typewriter, let me get more clean water because I want these swatches to be, I want the colors to be exactly for what they are. Okay, this next beautiful green, it's called Ivy, was sent to me as a sample with the first order, and I went back to order it as a half pan. And it is absolutely stunning. Let me make sure that oh, that's right. I'm over here kind of going, oh, it's embarrassing. I'm gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop and start a new one. But I have no pigment information to share with you because that's right, I purchased the last one. And so Carrie has taken down the listing, obviously. So there is no pigment information for Ivy, so just enjoy her. Oh my gosh, how embarrassing. I specifically went back for this color for the mixing possibilities with the blackberry and sangria. And honestly, if it wasn't for that magenta green color that I purchased from Rosa Gallery months ago, that beautiful green-red mixture, I would have never felt this way about these cooler greens and beautiful reds. My goodness. The same thing with Pond Hawk. Now, Pond Hawk does have mica in it, but it's not overpowering, it's not sparkly, and it's not a metallic. And there is no pigment information on it either because I also purchased the last one. And I did this so on a whim just because of how similar it looked to Ivy in a way. So you can see it is stunning even with mica in it. And I'm usually not a fan of doing that, you know, using mattes with shimmers at the same time. I use the shimmer separately, but you can see there is some similarity between them. Let me see. Yeah, definitely some similarity between them there. All right. Aspen. Aspen, the same thing. No info because I snagged one of the last ones. This one's a much more lighter green, and I picked it up just out of curiosity to mix. And this has now become one of my favorite colors to mix with Opera Rose. So these colors mix wonderfully with my professional grade watercolors, especially Winsor & Newton and Rosa Gallery. So super light, very pretty, very happy to have it in my palette. And last but not least here, Mosaic. And I know I didn't purchase the last one, but somebody did. There was only a few of them left. So there is no pigment information for this beautiful blue. Look at that. Isn't that stunning? Carrie does greens and blues very well. She does what she does very well. Look at that. All right, that finishes. Oh, no, one more. This was the sample that was sent to me with this last order, the one I just swatched. It's called Paradis, Paradise without the E. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. And these generous quarter pan samples are just wonderful, because that makes you decide if you want to go back and get a half pan if it's available. So just making sure it's on there evenly. Okay, sorry about that. I was just adjusting the focus. This color is, to me, a beautiful PG 50-ish inspired looking color. There's no information about it either. And it is stunning. I was going for the wrong color there. Yeah, this reminds me of some type of cobalt green or teal green. It's very beautiful. If it was available in a half pan, heck, if any of these colors were available in full pan, I would definitely stock up. All right, so my goodness, they're drying beautifully. So let me share with you, we have here five spaces. All right, so I'm going to share with you 4 colors that I mixed over the weekend. Obsessed with PG7 and PG18, and even a little bit of raw sienna. So let's go in, continuing with my obsessions with the greens, the cooler greens. This is a combination of whatever I had left over from Windsor Green, Viridian, and Indian Red, all from Winsor & Newton. Oh my. Oh man. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Wait a minute. That is just amazing. I wasn't expecting that. I swatched it over the weekend and played with it for a little bit, and I haven't tended to it in a few days. Damn. That's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Two greens and a PR 102. So that's what Indian Red is for the Winsor & Newton. Wow. Isn't that something? All right. Wow. I'm especially proud of these next two. This is a PG18 Viridian with PR. It says here PR 188. Now I'm not sure. I'm questioning myself. Is it PR 108 and I just messed that up? Because I know I went back and forth between Winsor Red and Cadmium Red. And okay, well, either way, this is another beautiful brown mixture that I made with some beautiful red undertones. Very, very happy with how this one came out. It is so smooth. That's what Winsor & Newton paints are known for. They're just so smooth. Wow. If I had the time and the resources, I would certainly look into making my own paints, even if it was just a small dedicated batch of these kinds of colors, because it's amazing. This next color is my favorite. This is Da Vinci's Permanent Red, PR 255 with Winsor & Newton's Viridian, PG 18. My love for these thick opaque colors, I don't think will ever die down. I certainly hope not. This color just brought so much joy. I was going for something a bit more Viridian leaning, and I saw this appear as I do swatches along the way. And I said, nope, stop. Don't go any further. That is just precious. Absolutely precious. And I think I bumped into a really nice neutral grayish type of color. It's an ultramarine blue green shade with raw sienna. And I think this is a perfect Davies grayish color. I have never taken the time to look up the pigment information for that color for any brand. And the only brand that I had this color in was from Grumbacher Academy, and it just was very difficult to work with, but I remember liking the color itself. So I think this version is very nice and would be very useful. It's like the perfect, for me, greenish, neutral grayish color. Ish. Well, we're down to the last swatch, and I don't know what to blend. I really don't. So give me 1 second here. My goodness, you guys, I did not realize that I never swatched out Pitzer. My goodness. So there's my answer. I was actually looking to see which color I could mix together and was thinking this one that no, I've never swatched out Pitzer, so there's our answer. Now, Pitzer is a beautiful green. I don't have the pigment information because it's no longer available, and it was very popular. It reminded me a lot of the beautiful jade green that Rosa Gallery offers, that 3 pigment green. But I do believe Carrie's version is a PB15 version, whereas jade green from Rosa Gallery is a PB28. Either way, this is Carrie's beautiful Pitzer green. Beautiful. Look at that. You can see, yep, the PB15 wanting to peep out right there. Yep. And you can always add a little bit of that mosaic color in there to amplify that. Okay, so now I have to let this dry naturally because I don't want any of these colors to get altered in any way from the heating tool. So I will be back as soon as all of them are dry. All right, everyone, it's been about 2 hours. Let's go ahead and do the peel reveal. A little bit of color peep through, and of course Meowzilla would like to join us. Gotta keep an eye on that one. Here we go. These are beautiful colors. I do like to do these swatches in mealtime, even if it does take a bit longer. But look at that. The swatch sheet is a piece of art on its own. I use my paper trimmer and I cut down this tape in quarter size, quarter inches. You guys know what I mean. So look at these gorgeous colors from Addison and Sedgwick, and even some of my own. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Except for the second glaze of the daffodil, all the other colors are untouched, and they're gorgeous. So Thank you for watching if you did until now, and thank you. Thank you to Carrie. Looks like my video making abilities have stopped for today, so thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.